Capricorns, this message is for you guys. I know it's been a while and I did one the other day, but for some reason I hit the wrong button. It was my Zoom doing live readings with other people who was getting readings, and I accidentally deleted y'all video. And I'm gonna tell you the song I hear right now, and this is what y'all are going through. And was at the deck when I parted it before the camera came on. I hear the song, and it's meant for me to say. I gotta get my hair cut this week, so I didn't do it. You know, my haircut, because I've been so busy and realizing the greatest. What's up, A? What's up? So I'm gonna tell you, I'm okay. Thank you. I appreciate you. Sending love your way. Ancestors, please guide and protect A, her ancestors, and so forth. Thank you. I hope all is well with you. I hear a song for you, Capricorns. Sorry, didn't notice you then. Then again, you didn't notice me. I've been lost because I've been doing my studies. I got a lot of books. When I tell you I got books and then I'm packing, I'm getting the fuck up out of New York. When I tell you I'm blessed, ain't nobody getting in the way of that. So it's a song by Drew Hill. Sorry, didn't notice you then. Then again, you didn't notice me. So if we're in passes by, until the next time we speak, I hope that I can make you mine before another person steals your heart. That's by a group called Drew Hill, and I believe the album is called Enter the Dragon. Capricorn, when I tell you, a lot of y'all been having these heart palpitations, these air crazy dreams. That was Saturn and Pisces teaching y'all some shit. If y'all got any questions to get them in before I begin the reading with the Capricorn. So I'm going to give y'all a few minutes to get it in. And when I tell you I mean this to be true, people realize that when they let you go or when you walked off and when you stepped off, how great you are. How you been feeling? Tell me about your anxiety. Have you been having dreams? Because your dreams been telling you about your anxiety. It's telling you something that you haven't really... Hold on, I'm going to give these two. This. Tell me about your anxiety, please. This says a lot. It says a lot about our sweet escapes. It says a lot about letting it go. You damn right. At least you know. And as you said that, I promise you, my little big ass nose that's shaped like a pit bull. And look what came up when the card slipped forward. Justice. How you been feeling about your dreams? How do you feel? Because I see the moon came up. The moon means there's still unsaid things that you need to know. I know you've been having a lot of dreams. Tell me about your dreams. Because I see the Queen of Wands came out. I see the Death card underneath it. And I see the Five of Pentacles. This is head versus heart versus decision making versus anything you got planned with the 7. Can't make this up. You know it to be true. A part of you is like, I should go, but however I want to stay. But you know somebody might make you happy or you make them happy. And you're living on their lifeline. This is who you are. Have you been pampering yourself lately? Because I know this is that time where you're supposed to have been pampering yourself. Of course, you notice when we go through trauma, we don't know how we got through the trauma, but for some reason, once we get through the trauma, we like, how the fuck did I get through that? You forget through every trauma, you're supposed to pamper yourself. I look like shit, but thank you. But I'm shy. I miss you too, shy. I'm okay, baby. I had to do this for y'all. Yes, these are healing phases. However, through every healing phase, we must remember to be gentle with ourselves. Am I telling the truth? Because I can't make this up. And look what came up in reverse. Because from every trauma, there must be some kind of healing that comes involved. And you know it. For every trauma that we go through, and I put these cards all up right, but sometimes they keep coming up we must remember through every trauma to give ourselves some kind of healing. Ain't that true? That's the God's honest truth. We got to have strategy plan. This could be home, work, this, self. I would say all of this is us. Remember in this pot reminds me of the pumpkin in Cinderella, where Cinderella was doing everything for everybody, including family. They forget themselves. Because everybody's living their best life until their money won't run dry. It's not about just giving yourself a time to heal. You got to pamper yourself. In order to heal, when you get that massage, when you get that, give yourself that candlelit bath, when you give yourself that love on me, nobody gonna love me better than me, you realize all these things happen. A whole nother revelation. You might come across somebody, they might walk past you with a great idea for something that you always want to start for yourself, that you forget. We forget ourselves in the midst of healing because we're looking at the solution to healing, but we didn't look at, we're looking at the problem. When the problem is not always, sometimes you just got to trust your intuition. And the intuition don't necessarily mean that it's somebody who's out there to hurt you, even though some of these motherfuckers came out to purposely hurt you. Get your money. Get your nails done. Get your feet rubbed. Get something. Get that done. It's overdue. It's overdue. When I tell you while I'm holding this camera here, I'm looking at this part of my nails to realize once we get a certain age, this start happening to us. That we forget to pamper ourselves. Thank you. I'm telling you, we forget to heal ourselves. We'll go to a drink and don't realize, thank you for this drink. Thank you that I forgot to love on myself and play These Arms Are Mine. They are yearning and wanting you. Your arms want you sometime, even though that person wasn't there to give that to you. And while you're healing, they believe they live in their best life. And if you let them hold you, oh, how grateful I will be. Otis Redding, come on, y'all. Y'all got to remember that. To all my Capricorns, and that's the message. Where are we feeling that we have been misplacing ourselves? These arms are mine. It's a start. They are wanting and feeling blue. Of course they miss you. And you know this is the time to get it ready. Of course they miss you. A lot of them want to think about you, but they too scared to call you. You understand? Sometime at night, I call your name, and then I catch myself from falling. Where is love? Sometimes there's pain. Still, my love is growing, so they remember it. Please be gentle. Please be gentle when you're loving me. They remember who you are. What do you mean? You see how that came out? But they keeping that in a secret. They ain't gonna let you know. They ain't got it in them. Some of them still had that mommy and daddy issue. They gotta look back to where they were. or who they could have been, or who they want to be, or the options they believe they have. They're in a daze and they're so confused. Am I lying? Since they have stopped running. You understand? And look what popped up. You be patient with yourself. If nobody else gonna be patient with you, you gotta be patient with yourself. Remember that. You matter. Look what came up. When we forget ourselves throughout all of this end up being us. We can't let ourselves feel like this when it's all defeated. You can't allow yourself to feel totally defeated. Look what else is there. There's always going to be energies that try to make us feel like this is how we feel on the inside, no matter how we believe. Your money gonna be good. You damn right. You better take yourself to a spa day. I don't care if it's $30. Get on Groupon. Look at this. Sometimes some people send energies because they thinking about us so much. And I put this on everything. They thinking about you so much. They sending it back to you. That anxiety. When I tell you that anxiety is trying to put you back in a place of where they remember you. Some people feel like they belong in your memory, no matter how they treated you. Am I lying? Can't lie about that. They remember you a certain way and you're like, this is enough. And they're like, but what happened to the old you? I remember you being a loving person, a nurturing person that forgive me of all of who I was, no matter what I've done. You was that shoulder. And we played that rock of Gibraltar for them. Never give too much of yourself that you're powerless. Never. This is a juggling time for you. Me versus family, work, or whatever that means to you. But this is you. This is supposed to be you. Yes, of course. This energy has taught us to speak up, no matter how it feels. Look, the ace, when it comes to Ace of Wands, it's like, look, I've seen all of that. I've been through this. I've been through that. Tell me something I don't know. Tell me something about yourself that I need to know. You see how that devil popped out? Because they still got secrets that they're still addicted to. And maybe even you. I still got my demons. I know me and Chalet know behind the scenes we've been drinking and chilling and shit. But all the same, I know at the end of the day, work got to get done. Y'all have been teaching people how to love you. Choose to teach them how to love you is up to you. Certain things here, when I see this is about somebody who you trying to teach how to love you, here is about the 30-party situation, because some of y'all have children with a situation. Some of y'all are trying to think about going back to school to yourselves. Some of y'all are trying to pull yourselves together to pull y'all fucking big girl and big guy pants up and stop certain things that people always depended on about y'all. Ask me a question and I'll give you one. Let's go. Because people are used to y'all being the same old person. Ask a question. Feel free to ask. When I see this keep coming up, this is somebody who's used to you being the same old you, and they ain't expect you to level up the way you was because you was complacent to the way you thought. Like, okay, I'm going to make plans around your plans. Let me tell you how plans around your plans work. End of story. No more end of stories. Y'all ain't got that kind of fucking time. And when you feel like you level up, how long does that last? Because sometimes our level up lasts after we get out the shower and we be like, yo, I don't want to keep this on my mind. No, keep it on your mind. Let that be your meditation. Never, no more again. You understand? You've been a new you. Once you notice, you've been a new you. You just didn't know it yet. See what I'm saying? You've been a new you. No more, no more. Definitely, I'm trying to juggle all this new me into a new me. Facts. And you got new people and y'all just don't know how to let them in. How do you let new people in? Sometimes there's old people who try to keep themselves like they'll manifest. Oh, please, I hope they don't get a new relationship because I want them to remember me just the way they were. But these arms are mine. I know I'm on point because there's no other way. When they manifest the old you, You pick up that energy, and by then, when you leveled up, it's trying to like, no, I don't want that new them. So remember to keep this up. You better keep this up because they don't want that. They don't want the new you that got that badass tax return or that badass lawsuit. They don't want that. They don't want the new you leveled up. They want the old you that they knew that was whining, complaining, but yet you accepted them for who they were and who they are and who was willing to compromise. Come on, y'all. Give me my likes for that, because you know I'm not telling y'all nothing wrong. And these are a lot of them that when we were at a place in our lives feeling like we felt so low that we had to fight to be like, why are you treating me this way? They're like, this is how I always treated you. You just didn't know it. You just didn't know it. But look, you looking behind them like, all right, keep going in that direction. Keep going in that direction. Can't make this up. Keep going in that direction. Because my intuition been telling me that I should have left a long time ago. And look what fell out. Because a part of me been telling me I should have left a long time ago. You hear me? Y'all ain't never been off. But sometimes energies want you to think that they're doing just fine. And while they think they're doing just fine, they're stuck in rewind. When I tell you they stuck in rewind, they trying to live in a 20-year-old life. They're trying to live in a early 30s-year-old life. It's okay if y'all that young, but be careful, hold your ground, because there's some people who trying to live in a teenage life when y'all in your 20s. Some of them still trying to remember you from the 16-plus-year-old you. They want you to remember the old them. And they want you in that crazy loophole with their asses. Come on, y'all intuition been on fleek. What have y'all learned? And I want y'all to start telling yourselves, what have you done for me lately? And you got to tell that to yourself too. When y'all say what y'all have to say to yourselves, y'all have to say that to others. Because people can't only treat you the way they want to treat you. They treat you to the way they believe you are still. So be careful how you vibrate. This is a young-minded person that's like, yo, let's live in a moment. Young moments don't fucking get money in your pocket. Young moments, I could get high with a nigga, or smoke something with a nigga, or drink with a dude, but that don't mean my attitude ain't brand new. You the brand new you. Look what came up and fell forward. Justice. Y'all are just is. Y'all just ice. Y'all coming into yourselves just ice. You ain't gotta justify nothing to nobody. Make sure y'all keep it crisp. You hear me? Make sure you keep that crisp. Make sure your money crisp. When y'all speak to these people, just ice. I want to see just ice. You gotta be sometime cold as ice. You're willing to sacrifice. Because they ain't trying to see you as the new you. They had people thinking that you was a one way, but these dumb motherfuckers that was willing to believe that shit, they're the dumb ones. You understand? And they seen the signs, but they want to go against the sign. So while you already know what you've been through, this is who y'all are at the end. This is who y'all are at the end. And I mean this, my cards don't just talk shit. They are the shit. My card is the shit. You willing to walk away. They ain't walking away. Look what came up. 3 of Swords. They ain't willing to walk away. When you had the 6 and then the 3 fell out, they ain't willing to walk away. They willing to see if, will she stick around? Will he or she stick around? Will they be that side nigga or that side bitch that understands that I still love them even though I'm not ready to make choices? They willing to have you juggle with the choices. You're like, hell no. I'm not that person. You're going to be that mouth, that loud mouth that's like, I'm not putting up with it. Like, seriously. And y'all not supposed to put up with shit like this. This ain't you. This is not your audience. A lot of times, this is not your audience. Your audience is better and bigger, and thoughts mean that this is who you are. It's like I shout money. I'm about my coin. I'm about my education. I'm about everything I always knew. See, this is where they want you because they want you kind of codependent on them. Believe that. They manifest stuff like this behind the scenes, and I promise you, and I mean it. They like sometimes when we're in a place of, they don't, if you argue with them, they want you to feel guilty for, why did you yell at me? I was trying to be peaceful. But after all of that shit hit the fan, these are the 8 wands of all the shit that hit the fan. They want you to feel bad, like, all I got is 2 cups. No, fuck out of here. You're beyond that cup. You hear that? Look what fell forward. And I'm not lying. The death card. It's time for us to put an end to all the shit that we thought that we had to take up for. It's not for y'all to put in nobody else's box. They're addicted to the old them. They're addicted to the old them. And it's time for you to no longer be addicted to this. Like, I'll take anything just to be a part of somebody else's dream. Is an old song called, I can't remember the group it's called. It's Just an Illusion. No more being a part of anyone's illusion. You notice that they're addicted to this and you're addicted to this. You're addicted to love. And sometimes this means you're going to have to go into self. If you notice, they're almost one and the same, but if you're not a part of that, they'll try and keep you capsulized in that dream. This is who y'all are now. I want y'all to be like Alice in Wonderland, that white rabbit that's not afraid, and she followed him through that loophole and she found herself. She found different facets of herself through all those crazy ass characters on some real shit. And when she came through, she spoke her mind. She was no longer in this term of, it's time to start anew, you guys. Let me see, because I'm telling you, I talked to somebody earlier today, and I realized that a lot of us, we're not wrong. We're misguided. And sometimes misguidance comes from upbringing. When I say that, this is before a house was a home. Sometimes our parents did the best we could. Sometimes we believed what a home was. But when a person shows you who the fuck they are, who the hell they are, you end up finding who you are at the end. Sometimes it comes with some muddy ass shoes. And when you tell motherfuckers come at your door and take their shoes off, that's a fact. See how that came back up? Because that's the truth. This is the time for all of y'all to be like, no more. I'm no longer tolerating how this person been cheating on me, doing X, Y, Z, and they want me to tolerate certain shit. You hear me? Everything is good until the party has keep going, right? Everything is always good as long as their party is feeding their soul. But when you realize your soul is not being met, your needs are not being met, and that's what I should have named this. Our needs are not being met. Once you realize your needs are not being met, you become this high priestess. Your intuition is like, I should have been left. But however, you feel at a detriment sometimes. Sometimes y'all stuck as a baby mother, baby father, and you don't want that family dynamic to go to shit. You don't want the relationship. How many threes y'all gonna get? How many when people feel like they playing games with your heart? And how many times you feel like I can't let go, but I must stay? And then you got to feel like you got to start over. This is a start over. Sometimes nights start over by taking directives. Give me my light for that. So how many times y'all got to take orders to start over? You could plan. Get your shit in order. Nobody telling you not to get y'all shit in order. But starting over sometimes feel like the hardest thing to do. Let me see what fell forward. Again, y'all are worthy of starting over. I'd rather start over fresh than start over all kinds of fucked up. And that's the God's honest truth. And one thing about Capricorn, we don't mind starting over. We'll take our time starting over. You see, this is a start over card. It's like I'm going to take out my emotions. I'm going to sound Italian. I'm going to take out my emotions and start the fuck over. And I want y'all to have that energy of go, because Saturn is in Pisces, and anywhere Saturn is in y'all chart, and that's going to be y'all biggest lesson. Not being afraid to start over. Not being afraid to start over. Look at y'all money coming in. And when y'all get that money, don't dangle it in front of them like a carrot. Don't show y'all ass. But be humble, because I feel like some of y'all going to show y'all ass when y'all get this money. I feel like some of y'all going to show y'all ass. What I just say? Some of y'all going to show y'all ass with this money. Do not show your ass with this money, but show boss. This is boss moments. Boss will show like, I got ran over shoes. I got an old car. My air conditioner not working. Gang, gang, gang. But yet, I know what I'm doing on the other side of that. You understand? Because they're going to be the person that's on the defense trying to make you believe that I'm that person that You wouldn't have had this situation if you needed me by your side. That's what this feel like. If you would have had me, you wouldn't have went through so much hardship. But the truth is, it's reverse psychology. I believe that they are going through it and not you. Let me prove it. What I just say. They're the ones making you believe they're going through it, but they're trying to make you think it's you. Trust when I tell you. We need more dream interpreters because I could tell from your dreams, your dreams been telling y'all some shit and it might be crazy. You might feel like you're having to defend yourselves in your dreams. You might have to feel like you're not winning in your dreams, but best believe you're fucking winning. I mean that. You're winning. But it feels like a loss because the universe is telling me that. It feels like a loss, but you have won already. And I put that on everything. You have won already. It's just how you interpret it. Interpret your dreams. Sometimes it's going to be hard to remember your dreams. You're going to get a lot of distractions. You're going to get a lot of emotions that's not even yours. I promise you, they're not your emotions. It's them in turmoil. Boom. Thank you, universe, because I can't make this up. It's them in turmoil. But it's not yours. Look, it's not yours. You're here. Your energy has already manifested. Show me what's next. Thank you. You already manifested, but you just sometimes we see like we could see a glimpse of our future. Let's just say you want to scratch off for like $50, even though you invested $1. But you think, all right, I want that 50, and you get distracted by that 50, but no, you're supposed to keep going. That's what this feel like. Like I won, but it's not enough. Look what right here on top at the bottom of the deck. Justice. You have not lost. You're on and you're never off. Don't let nobody come in and throw you off with their bag of crazy. This is who y'all are at the end. And this is who you are at the end. And this is who you are at the end. You're going to have to put your defenses up. This is who y'all going to have to be in order to beat somebody else's reality. I believe that's the term. Like somebody can make you think that they got their shit completely together, but yet they shit ain't really together, but yours is. I mean it. It's like I see the Ace of Pentacles. They're gonna make you think, but it's like places. Look, it's been reversed. It's been reversed. I'm not making this up. The roles have been reversed. A lot of y'all have been taking your power back. Look at this. Y'all been mastering y'all work. Y'all been mastering your work. However, somebody's going, some energies like from far, and I mean it, this is air. Ten of Swords like, no, they ain't got their shit together. They ain't going nowhere. I saw them 2 days ago and they had on the same shoes, or they had the same curtains up, or they had whatever going on in their house, or whatever they think they know you to be. Claim this reading, and I mean it. This is energy that think they know you better than you know yourself. Be careful how we give our power away. That's why I said secretly. Be boss. Secretly. See, this energy want to keep coming up because it wants you to believe that you ain't got it together. See, they want you stuck in rewind. This is stuck in rewind, but truly you are the superstar. Long ago and so far away. I can't do Luther right now. Y'all know the song. Look up the song. Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? It could be a Scorpio, Aquarius, Leo, and Cancer. You say you'll be coming back this way again, babe. Don't let nobody play with you again. Baby, babe. And see how I come on the other side? Because I can't make this up because I don't do magician works. How ironic is that? Don't let nobody play that rewind shit on y'all. Put a death to it. Put a Ross death to it. You hear me? Have your game plan in order. Don't let nobody know your strategy. Don't let nobody know all the beautiful things in your forest. I'm glad the Six of Pentacles came in reverse because some of them coming for money or to see how you spending money or something money coming in or certain lawsuits coming in, or they want to know if you're still angry at them from yesterday. They want to know if the sleepless nights is over. Some of them still want to know if they still could beat it. Some of them want to know if you still keep them in high regard. And I put these all back up right now. I'm going to do it again, but I know the cards are going to be like, no, trust when I tell you the message is clear. Give me that. The message is clear. Don't you remember you told me you love me, baby? That's a fact. They want to know if you still that. That's not who you are. You're not the same old you. You're the healed you. And haven't them healings been hurting? Those tears, those irregular heart palpitations, those nervous feelings that feel like something is wrong, but you can't put a finger on it. All those things been fucking with you. And you're like, how the fuck did I get through it this day? But then the next day it come back the same way. It come back the same way, making you feel like it's something going on that ain't right, but the cards ain't fitting in place. Trust spirit. When I tell you this is the emotions of something that you're healing from, but it's taking pieces of you. That's why I feel like I see the half moon as a place of it's unfinished business until it becomes a full moon. So once that moon becomes full, you're completely healed. Let me see what comes up. It wants you to feel and go through the emotions so you can remember your losses. When I tell you that, it slid forward again. These are the losses that I feel. It's a saying called count your losses or something. I can't remember it, but it's about counting your losses. And I also feel if someone knows about who you've dated and they're trying to keep your person, they're trying to mimic you. They're trying to mimic you. I put that on everything. They want to try and low key act like all the things that you've done has been you. Thank you, universe. They're low key. Look at this. Anything that you ever mimic, I don't care if they studying your pictures. I don't care if they studying what things are your posts. I don't care if they saw y'all in relationships with people in the street. They're trying to be low key discreet. If you see all the things I'm saying, these are things of people who mimic your energy. And I can't make this up. I don't make cards up. These are energies that's trying to be the opposite and more like they want to be you, but more. If you get what I'm saying, I they want to be you, but more. If you met somebody, whoever, it reminds me of the single white female movie. It's a movie called Single White Female where the woman mimic another woman. And yes, they mimic the girl and she end up trying to take over the person's life. Some of these motherfuckers you don't even want back. Look what came back up. What's the ironic in that? Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Can't make this shit up. Let them mother my coont. I better get songs because I'm gonna put the post and look what fell forward. I better get songs because I'm gonna put the post and look what fell forward. The first, my last month is hard, amazing. You end up looking fucking amazing, untarnished. Y'all blessings came with hardship. Yes, it did. But see, when I say y'all look amazing, this is star. They used to summon me and watching you be. I tell you, I mean it with my because you didn't tell me. When I'm intimidated, my beautiful readers. Go through this. Hey, oh, now I finally see it. Yeah, the thing acting up, and I also got cleansing and blessings in disguise. And I also see relationships here. Somebody have anybody got a question they want to ask? Feel free to ask. And look what stood up right here in my deck. Ace of Wands again. I believe it started off with um the World card or the Chariot, one of those two. But Ace of Wands came up again. So communication. For some of y'all, find out where Saturn is in the house placement. If it's in your sixth house, it's going to be in the house of birth, speech, communication with family. Also from things that you have from yourself, things that you believe you tell yourself, and all of that stuff as well. If it's in your first house, if also the new moon started in Gemini. So if you have the new moon in Gemini, a lot of you are going to be dealing with self-identity, transmuting yourselves, changing, especially south nodes. I believe Chalet, you told me you're a south node or a north node. So your south node is in the past. That means who your identity is, and then you would be coming into your spirituality. But if it's in the reverse house, which is in the sixth house, which is Mercury, put Jim, go in your room, Jim. Then it's going to be for you to speak out loud what's on your mind, and don't be afraid to say what's on your mind. Also, let me see. I finally found my cards like maybe a few hours ago. I need to find out the juicy gossip with some of these cards. I heard the word contemplate. See, that's what I'm saying. When I find my shells, they tell me certain stuff. I don't know why my babies talk to me the way they do, but they do. They say what they got to say. And contemplate means something that y'all hesitate to say maybe. I don't know. But if you feel like you're hesitating to say something, just get it out the way. And look what the first card comes in. So let's see what comes in on this bitch. Oh, damn, that did fall forward. Taurus was the first one. So let's see. Yeah, I'm sorry it's buffering. Apologies. New love is coming in. Some of y'all don't be afraid of new love. This one says cheaters. And of course, we already know where we've been. I did that in the part of the reading. I said, y'all already know where y'all been. People are not worth y'all repeating yourselves. Can y'all really believe that? I want y'all to take the heart to certain motherfuckers is just not worth it. I believe that's what the ace is trying to tell you. Certain things are just not worth repeating. Because this is an action. This is a speech in action. Like your intuition tells you, this person ain't going to change. So how they change is up to you. Sometimes they'll get clever at who they are. Some of them actually are. I see monogamous pop up. Some of them actually are going to change to certain things, but don't expect it. Don't lie to ourselves, because sometimes we see what we want to see and we can manifest it, but how long we manifest it is up to us. Let me see what this says. It says, I don't want them, but I want the money. Like some people make y'all comfortable just for the sake of being comfortable. And a lot of us was there in relationships. I was in a relationship that I wanted to feel needed, and I felt needed. However, I knew they were, it was love, even though it was for its time. But I was also in, yes, some of them bitches was proud to be their side pieces. You understand? So y'all got to be careful what y'all comfortable with. Be careful of how they make you feel. And some people, they want you to think that their relationships is good. Like they'll cheat on you on a motherfucker who look to them, when they want something, they see a motherfucker looking glittering and gold, but you find out that motherfucker ain't shit. You understand? This says no matter what, you will always be my first. And I know that in my relationships, but exclude me out. And this one says some of them got good head games, whether it's mentally, physically, or spiritually. I'm so happy I see my cards again. And a lot of them were in polyamorous. They want you to accept the old ways of things being. This one says Jupiter. So some of them you might be dealing with Sag, or wherever the ninth house is, check your ninth house placements. Okay? And good head game came back up. So that's the truth, and cheaters came back up. All right? Let me go and see what other. This one says addicted to porn. A lot of them might be addicted to porn, y'all. Aren't we all? Shit, ouch. I can't tell y'all what I'm addicted to, but sure. Then it says, I want you back, and I mean that. Be careful how y'all give your heart. That's what this ace of. This ace means some of them are going to come in clever. I'm not saying not to listen to what they have to say. And this one says, look what fell out. Can't make this up. Be honest with yourselves. And you can listen. You notice that her hands is out here and this one is closing her heart. So maybe some of y'all going to be receiving the message, but then you're going to end up closing your heart to be like, I don't want to be receptive to hear what they got to say. And then you're like, fuck all that. I'm done. You understand that before and after shit? Because sometimes it's a blessing in disguise. You understand? That's right. And some of this might be a relationship. It could even be a relationship at work. Hell, it could be a relationship of self. I'm learning to love on me, man. I'm learning to love on me a whole lot better, and I hope y'all are too. But I feel like a lot of us want to hear the right words, but they're not saying it. So take all these beautiful, sweet nothings as a blessing in disguise. That's what that meant for me. And heal your inner child. Because this is rejection from yesterday's. Thank you, universe, for that beautiful answer. This is times where we felt rejected from a long time ago. However, we haven't let those things go. Or they haven't let things go, and that's why they treated you the way they treated you. Like rejections from this personal girl that they always wanted, or personal guy. So they found themselves chasing. Based on their family, friends, and siblings and stuff. And they keeping the relationships open because they have issues. Aren't you worth something new? A lot of y'all something new. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. And your life purpose shouldn't have to always take your ass a lifetime. It shouldn't always have to take your ass a lifetime. I guess I see you next lifetime. No hard feelings. Am I lying? You ain't always got to take a fucking lifetime to learn a lesson. We ain't here for that, Charlotte. I know your lesson is now you got to take your wisdom. You got to take your wisdom. And look what fell out when I said that to you. Be honest with yourself. Because you know you that goddess. You have that goddess energy, Ma. Trustworthy guidance. Because I'm not telling you nothing wrong. A lot of y'all is that perfect timing. Come on, Cap, don't make this up. Capricorn Sun, don't make this up. It's that time to let it go. And I know y'all want this. But until you marry self, ain't nobody else worth you. Ain't nobody else worth you. What this says, creative projects. Get back into the old you. Reward yourself. Like I said, it's time to pamper yourself. And if I say it again, we're going to have a problem, you guys. And I'm going to pick out one or two more cards right here, right now for y'all. Justice means y'all have to create balance. Yes, it's that time. Trust yourself and keep your money up. I'm dealing with the most beautifulest spirits that's been coming in and out this room. I don't know who's going to come in after, but it's meant only for y'all to hear at this moment in time. This person must, I feel like when I see this, I feel like karma has hit the other person, like their money gets drained as it comes in. Or, you know, like when somebody, I feel like whoever, this is you, right? Like y'all empowered yourselves and then their money gets depleted. Because look what I see here. This is how y'all feel, but then they have the death card. And this how they feel, but you get a new chance on life. This how they feel, but you back feeling good. This is how they want to talk to you, but this happens. This is how they feel, but then, like I said, and the story goes on. I feel like it's a double, like a different game. Like the game has, something has been reversed. And a lot of them going to blame you for why things go wrong, right? Because when I said that, look what is at the bottom. They're going to blame you. But they know deep down, you was that person. They want to, look, they know you was that person. They knew you was everything. But they want to make it look like that. And the dumb ones that believe they dumb ass shit is the dumb ones that's going to get the karma. Ain't that a fact? They gonna learn the hard way. That's in my what's the name reading. The Lion's Den. And I mean that. Look what here. I didn't even get to close it. And that's the God's honest truth. So I want y'all to go be great. Let me get a vortex card because I've been looking for this deck. Remember, I've been telling y'all I've been looking for this for the longest. Miss y'all. Here it says, there are many right ways for us to behave. And when somebody take advantage of your beauty, they don't deserve you anymore. You hear me, y'all? They don't deserve you. It's up to you. See all them hands that want you? It could be this person from the past. Some of them could be jobs that want you. Some of them could, hell, make that hand, turn that hand into the damn lottery. Look what this says. I praise abundance where I see it. What I just said about the lottery. Start appraising yourselves. Praise yourself. And this one says, our diversity supports our individual freedoms. And this how they saw you. They saw you as you wasn't good enough. You hear me? When I hear this, I hear you wasn't good enough. Enough. And then I hear causing pain for others would attract pain to me. So it's like they trying to, on the inside, it's like you have a friend that you see. It's like you have a good relationship with somebody. Hey, mamas, good day to you. It's like you're being in a good relationship and you see somebody who's you in your relationship smiling and that friend is on the outside looking in and they see y'all smiling, but on the inside they hearing, I'm going to fuck up your relationship because there's no real such thing as a good relationship. I'm going to mess this up just to purposely mess it up. And let me see what this says. A belief is only as a thought that I keep thinking. Facts. Thank you, universe, because some don't always see your relationships as a good relationship. They'll see your relationship as that. But then they end up becoming, like if somebody manifests that enough, they can mess up your relationships. And this says, my every thought is attracting its vibrational essence. And the essence don't have to necessarily be yours. You see, this is many facets. The sun, the moon is many facets. It could be the negative side of the moon. It could be the negative side of the flower. It could be the negative side of anything. Sometimes flowers grow unhealthy. The moon shines unhealthy. Energies are unhealthy. Be careful what we attract and what we keep in our presence. When I tell you this, the God's honest truth, I mean that, you guys. Let me see what this says. This says, I have control of my the vibrations I offer. So be careful of what we interject into our lives. When I tell you this, be careful of the company you keep, and remember to keep in your mirror a small memo of, I got this. I love y'all. Yes. Good day to you, mamas. Good day. And this says, I replace false promises with law-based promises. And the law means I firmly assert that you no longer deserve to be in my life because I already remember the memories and the pain you hurt. However, I'll let you say what you gotta say. I'll let you say what you need to say. However, I still have something to fulfill, and that person is me. Let's see what that was. This message says, our source is one of love, not condemnation. What I just tell you, I'm not making this up. And this card says, my attention to unwanted can't defy the law of attraction. Be careful how you see yourself. See that? That also means all these eyes are you when y'all look in the mirror. Be careful how you see yourselves. Keep, like I said, in the mirror. You've got this. Claim it. And that's the God's honest truth. Don't let no new person come in your life. Don't let no boss, nobody. When you go to the work and you see your boss looking at you all crazy like, oh, she got to do this work a certain way. I'll do it my way, but it'll get done the way I know it should be done. And do not undeny yourself, because when they see it, they'll be like, how you did it this way? Not all the time their way is the right way. It's just the way that you calm down and you got it together and you seen it. And this is also relationships. Some people seen you as a bad person, but when they realized when you was gone, it's not that they realized the well ran dry. They realized I didn't mean to see them in that light. Maybe you was authoritative. Maybe you was always the fixer. Maybe they felt intimidated by that you always had an answer for everything that actually worked. And that's the God's honest truth. But it doesn't discredit you from you being great. And this says, others' opinions are less important than my personal guidance system. Like I just said, and I ain't have to read that to know. And I don't know this card. Sometimes your boss don't have to understand how you got the job done, but they're used to people doing it in the way they asserted it. That's why I know without your essence, you will be missed. That's right. So this means to me, when I put this reading up now, it tells me that in your absence, sorry didn't notice you then again you didn't notice me. So that tells me when they didn't notice you, and you didn't even notice the power within yourself. So it remain passes by until the next time we speak. I hope that I can make you mine before another person steals your heart. They didn't know the value until you left, until your absence was gone, and they realized what happened to this person. They had it all organized, and I was getting on them about the floor, but they had everything that, and the palette wasn't even done, and I didn't give them a chance. When I tell you that's the God's honest truth, I will meet my maker. Because it's the truth, okay? And these two messages here says, inspired action is always a pleasured action. They notice only in your absence. They don't realize how clean the kitchen is, how the food got done and everything's done, and you sat down and made it look like, honey, I'm home, and you went through that 9 to 5. They don't realize all that yelling and fussing, but you got the house done together. You did the mommy chores. You did the daddy chores. Y'all went out there and bust your ass. And at the same time, you wanted to go to that club that night, but you was too fucking tired. And they ain't see that enough. They was busy looking at everything else. This person made it look easy. But they don't realize somebody else is doing that other person's work. And they probably doing that other person's work for their ass too. Gang, gang. You see that? You see that? Yes. Yes, yes, Tina. Yes, Tina. Facts. Yes. They don't realize that until after. After. So please understand when I tell you y'all worthy, nobody knows who you are until after the fact. So please. I'm about to get off somebody calling me from my window, and I don't want to interrupt you guys. So, yeah, I'm coming. So, yeah, all right, y'all. Love y'all. See them eyes? Let every one of these eyes be your own instead of how everybody perceive you instead. You hear? Get in that mirror. Y'all got this. Success, prosperity, health, wealth, everything else that matters to you. Love you guys. See y'all soon.